Hey guys, back at it again with a quick unboxing and impressions video. This time it's for the Powkiddy V90S. This was sent over by Lit NXT for review. No money was exchanged in any way, but if you do want to support the channel, I'll leave the affiliate links down below, including the coupon code you can use for a discount on their website. Before we do the unboxing, let's take a look at the packaging. Okay, not much. I guess this is actually pretty typical for Powkiddy, similar to the V10. Okay, looks like they sent over the yellow version. The Powkiddy V9S also comes in gray, red, transparent black, and yellow, the one we have here. Okay, quick starter guide. It's Chinese right here. Okay, let's put this aside. Okay, there we have it. So I guess all you get is the manual, the unit itself, and USB 8, USB-C charging cable. Oh, it's actually pretty big. I had never really had the Powkiddy V90, so I'm not sure if there is a size difference. But it feels pretty good. The buttons feel similar to the V10S. Oh, sorry, the V10, I mean. So the hinge, I'm pretty sure the hinge design of the V90S is just similar to the V90 and also similar to the RG35XX SP. You can see that they actually have a similar footprint. Even the height. It's pretty similar. Okay. Okay, so you just get the Powkiddy branding right here on top. And I think there's a protective film on the Powkiddy logo itself. I think I can just leave that. I'll just leave it there for now. An interesting thing that I noticed was that the hinges itself seem to have been hollowed out, particularly over here and on this side as well. So on the right side you have the primary SD card slot, power button, reset button, no ports at the bottom. At the left side it's the secondary SD slot, micro SD slot I mean, and the volume rockers. At the top you have your charging and your OTG. Oh, here you go. So there's the label right there. So this is the charging port, and this is the OTG port. So the Powkiddy V90S doesn't have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth built in, but with the OTG port, I think that you can just use an adapter. So it's possible to have Wi-Fi on this device as well. So this is what the device sounds like. The stopper doesn't really do much. Actually, it doesn't really. So you can't really tell. But these rubber stoppers are pretty flush with the case. So it's practically just plastic on plastic, right here. Like when you close it. It still has that satisfying feel, but yeah, I mean, the sound doesn't. It's not as satisfying as other devices. So compare it to the RG35XX SP. You can still feel the rubber bump. You can still feel the rubber bumpers when you go over it with your finger. So it's not as flush, or it's not flush with the shell at all. So even if you do close it, you'll know that there's a small gap in between the two pieces of plastic. And with the Anbernic devices, they do have those magnets that help keep them closed. Similar with the Flip V2. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, just going over it, I mean, it's practically flush with the case as well. So yeah. What else do we see? So yeah, here's the battery. Here's the battery compartment. This has a 3000 milliampere per hour battery, roughly around 6 hours of gameplay, and 2 hours of charging. So taking a look at the design, I actually like it. I'm getting retro vibes, and I think the cyberpunk. You could do a cyberpunk theme with this. So you have your face buttons. The menu button. It's actually pretty loud. And start and select. Oh yeah, yeah. It's even louder than the RG35XX SP. This is the V1, which is already known for it being pretty loud. Okay, well, it's even louder. But the face buttons are fine. I mean, they're not the same. They don't sound as bad. I think they still use rubber membrane switches, while the RG35XX SP use micro switches on all their face buttons. So this portion right here is actually pretty glossy. I'm not sure if this has a protective film as well, but I don't think I'd want to peel this off to make sure. So these are the two LED lights over here at the center. And I'm assuming that these grills are the speakers. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the screen. The screen is 3.5 inches IPS. Hold on, let me get the specs right here. Yeah, so it's the resolution is 640 by 480, and it supports up to 60 frames per second. Okay. talking about the internals of this as well. It's the SoC it's using is the all-winner A133 Plus, which is the same SoC you can find in the TrimUI Pro and TrimUI Brick. So you can expect similar performance. Okay, so yeah, once you start it up, there's a vibration motor that goes off. I'm liking the design actually. Yeah, despite how chunky it is, I guess it just adds to the whole retro vibe. I was hoping that these would have been LEDs as well, similar to how the Pixel, yeah, I think the Pixel device, the metal retro handheld as well, had this kind of design but had LEDs instead of it just being a speaker grill. Okay, so the OS seems to be ArcOS. I could be wrong though. Let's see if it'll go to sleep. Oh, now that I see it, there isn't an LED light that can be seen when the clamshell is closed, so you can't really tell if you're charging or not, unless you have it open up like this, which is actually pretty weird. Okay, yeah, so no suspend game, no sleep function. But I guess that's something that a custom OS can fix. What I don't like seeing actually is that the gap between the two halves of the clamshell are actually pretty wide. Okay, let's get this DS. I can't really see it. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely noticeable. It does kind of break the immersion a bit. I mean, the RG35XX SP has a similar issue, or it's not, well, not really an issue, it's just that it's not as noticeable on the 35XX SP. The gap isn't that wide. Well, anyway, that's just a nitpick, I guess. So in terms of performance, you can expect that it's going to be performing the same way as the TrimUI Brick and the TrimUI Smart Pro. So you can expect that it can play up to Nintendo 64. I can't believe I didn't remove the plastic cover. There you go. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick pros and cons that I've noticed for this first impressions video. First of all, I really like the overall design of the Powkiddy V90S. I mean, I like the color. I like the retro design. I think they could have pushed it a bit further. But some things that I don't like would be that this doesn't even have an audio jack. I actually just realized it right now. So if you primarily listen to your retro games with headphones or in-ear monitors, so this might be a deal breaker for you. The speakers itself aren't that bad. They do get loud, but yeah, it's definitely okay. So this doesn't have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or an audio jack. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, not a problem for me. I do prefer them. I do prefer my devices not being connected to the internet anyway. But yeah, not having an audio jack might definitely be a deal breaker for you. Another con that I noticed is that it does, well, I mean, it's a con and a pro in a way that it's pretty budget. The pro is that this is the cheapest clamshell emulator that's out right now, and the chipset in it is actually pretty strong. But then yeah, the budget build quality might steer you away from it as well. So yeah, you do get the performance, you do get the better chipset, the form factor that a lot of people are really into right now. But yeah, the build quality not so great. It does reflect the cheaper price point. So yeah, it rattles quite a bit actually. And again, these are pretty loud. I mean, even the shoulder buttons. Well, not as bad, but yeah. Compared to, again, the RG35XX SP V1. So even these are these micro switches are a lot quieter. So if you're on a strict budget and you do want a clamshell device and a device that has a 3.5-inch screen, so basically these three have a 3.5-inch screen. The RG34XX SP has a 3.4-inch screen, which is ideal for Game Boy Advance games. It does have that smaller screen. So I do tend to go for the 3.5-inch ones. I've actually been maining this Miyoo Flip V2 for a bit longer, since it does have that 3.5-inch screen and it does have that more compact form factor. I know that the hinge might be a ticking time bomb, but so far it's been doing okay. Hopefully it'll last me quite a bit. But yeah, so again, this is definitely an option that you can go with. Just be aware that with the budget price comes compromises. So if the compromises are too much for you, if it's something that you can't stand, then I think you're better off going for the RG35XX SP. You just have to pay a bit more of a premium for this one. So on Lit NXT, the Powkiddy V90S comes in at $55.99. So it's $55.99, and that is the option that doesn't have any games. The option that I do have with me is the one with a 64 gigabyte micro SD card. That's already that bumps up the price to $59.99 or $60 basically. So yeah, I'll leave the affiliate links down below, as well as the affiliate links for these other devices as well. And do remember that I do have a discount code, and I'll list it down as well. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like if you did, and maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to make more videos about these devices as often as I can. Alright, that's all for me. Thanks guys. Bye.